We want to talk a bit about your background so our audience can get to know you better.
I was, okay, it goes all the way back. I was student union president at the University of Alberta back in the 1980s. And then I worked in the family business. And then in the 1990s, I started a little group called the Edmonton Stickmen. Not a lot of people remember that. That's a long time ago. And because we felt the city was going in the wrong direction. I was in my early 30s. Or late 20s, and we started a billboard campaign, and there was big change on council. Then Bill Smith got elected, and that was good because the city needed a change. And then people encouraged me to came back. I ran for mayor, was unsuccessful. Then I got on council, and then I got tossed out in 2007. Third best thing to ever happen to me, because I got to see the rest of the world, China and India and South America and so on. And because we were in the stone business, we were in construction, marble and granite. I was the first guy to sell granite countertops in Edmonton, right? With Phil Mariano from Real Stone. And so we have a very long history in the city. We've been in business since 1960 as a family, and we're still going, right? And so now I'm back on city council trying to bring that experience.
So are we going to see you try another one for mayor one day?
People keep asking me that a lot at the doors, and I don't have the desire for it. I think I'm doing fine. I can't leave my constituents. I think this election's more about council seats than the mayor's seat right now. We have 3 vacancies, and we really are starting to see a struggle now between what I see, what some people in the downtown core want to see, and what the suburbs want. And I just left City Hall. I was just speaking to somebody who used to be on council, and said there is a real divide becoming, because when you see ping pong tables on Jasper Ave and you're sitting in the suburbs, you go like, what are you doing, right? They question that. Why money doing that? When my back alley looks like it's all busted up and you've never been around to fix this pothole. Yeah, it gets as mundane or as basic as that, but it's called value for your taxes. And so what I bring back to City Hall is that I always push value for your taxes. I know we got to spend money, but I got to make sure that the money is spent well. No one likes wasting money. That's the kicker.
Good. So any other thing you want to add before we let you go back to your busy day?
No, I'm just very happy to get another opportunity. It has really been an honor to be a councillor again with this perspective I've brought back. And I know that sometimes people say I ask tough questions. I have a reputation for that. I see you're smiling already, but somebody has to. And I always try to do it in the politest way possible. Very often, I pick up the phone and I call the people who are coming in front of us. I tell them the questions I'm going to ask them before they even show up, so they're prepared. I'm not into a gotcha kind of moment. Yeah. That's not right. That's not right. We're all trying to make the city a better place. But we each have specialities, right? Mine happens to be kind of fixing those systems, trying to make those bylaws work, and we're trying to bring some common sense. That's about it. I'm not very complicated. I'm a blue-collar guy at heart, always have been. One of the reasons I'm coming back, because I was a councillor before, I just saw a huge need to come back to my old neighborhoods, and I grew up in Millwoods, right? Okay. And you want to talk about a diverse, I have 109 different cultures in my ward, Southeast Edmonton. We just don't talk about diversity, we do diversity, and it has been so much fun. That's the number one reason, is I do it for my constituents. I'm retired, so I don't need the job. But I did see a hole that somebody needed to come and do the work. So I got a phone call from Kerry Diot, who ran for mayor at the time, says, you got to come back. And I said, no, I don't. I hung up the phone on him. I did that 3 times, and he says, Mike, you really got to come back. Millwoods needs you. And that sort of thing. And yeah, a lot of my friends are there. Family grew up there. Our farm used to be where the Grey Nun sits, right? So And so there was that. But then when I got downtown, I discovered really, really quickly we had some real big problems under the deck. I'm not fancy. I'm not downtown. I'm a creature of the suburbs. I really am, and I like being there. But I saw lots of problems. Let's take the Metro line for example, right? Where we had, where I called it a boondoggle, and we still are working on those capital programs and trying to fix the system that's underneath the deck. And that's where I really do shine, as I do a lot of constituency work because I love it so much, a lot of retail work. And number two, getting under the deck and actually trying to build the systems to support these great objectives we have. But you know what? Somebody's got to get in there, roll up their sleeves, and put the mechanics together to build the engine. And that's who I am. I'm the guy who gets the parts, puts it together, and makes things happen. And I'll give you another example, vehicle for hire, right? In Mill Woods, because we have a lot of taxi cab drivers and they're from all over the world, right? They were really getting hit hard by this vehicle for hire bylaw. And so got back in under the deck, started fixing it again. It took me 2 years, but we got her back on track, and now we need to just get some enforcement. And so it won't sound fancy when I say, you know, we've done over 3,000 constituency files, right, in the last 3 years, right? We do about 1,000 a year. That's how, and I door knock relentlessly. I've raised about $1 million for charity, for Front Yards in Bloom, for Yes, for the food bank, and so on. And because they need it. Somebody had to roll up their sleeves and actually get it done. So I'm coming back to finish off some of those big files we've got in the ward. Drainage, for example, is parts of Millwoods were underwater, if you recall, and we got that. That's like $1 billion. And then we have the Valley Line LRT going through right now. That is another close to $1 billion. Huge construction projects. And then there's these smaller issues that, dealing with infill, dealing with people are asking for more police on the street, not on a helicopter, police presence in their neighborhoods. And the clear message I'm getting out the doors is that taxation and spending need to be brought under control. People have really hit the wall. So that is, and that you got to have a little experience to do that. I'm a guy who believes in term limits, so I'm only here for 2 terms, and then somebody else can have the job. Because
so this is your last term you're going into now?
Oh yes, this would be my second term.
And it's going to be your last term?
Because I do believe in term limits. I think not every politician agrees with me, but I do believe that you need turnover, you need some fresh ideas. But I still think I got some life in me. I got some good ideas, so don't take that as throw me out as kind of thing. But because there's just too much left to be done, and it's funny. I work all from small things like drainage issues all the way up to the Valley Line and RioCan. That big mall redevelopment. So
thank you for talking to that.
No,
magazine.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Councillor Mike Nickel, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and watch all the videos of all the candidates on our YouTube channel. Thank you, Diversity Magazine. Good day.